What's up, everyone? It's Kevin with another 3 in 3. 3 things you should know in 3 minutes or less. As Christians, we know that God ultimately wants the best for all of us. But if God wants the best for all of us, why does He allow us to fail? I'm going to give you 3 reasons why God allows us to fail, but even though we fail, God's goodness never fails. The first reason why God allows us to fail is that failure reaffirms our dependence on God. In John chapter 15, verse 4, Jesus says that we cannot be fruitful unless we remain in Him. There are times where God allows us to fail because it shows us how much we've strayed from Him. So sometimes us failing is definitely not an indictment of God. It's an indictment of us straying from God. The second reason why God allows us to fail is because failure realigns us with the standards of God. In Romans chapter 3, verse 23, it says, all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. God allows us to fail because it lets us see how we strayed from the standard that He has for us as Christians. Despite the love and the grace and the mercy that God bestows upon us, there is a standard He expects us to adhere to. And when we fail, it's an indicator that we've strayed away from His standard. And failure is a way to alert us that we've strayed and to ultimately bring us back to the right standard that He expects us to live by. The third reason why God allows us to fail is because failure reveals the grace of God. In Mark chapter 16, verse 7, the angel tells the disciples to make sure Peter is included in the number as they reconvene when Jesus returns. Now that's important because remember, Peter had just denied Jesus 3 times. So look at what God is doing. Despite his failure and despite our failures, He's making sure His grace and His mercy still envelops him. And that same grace and mercy is used to envelop and to correct us and to comfort us because it's inevitable. We will fail God at times, but that's an opportunity for God's grace and mercy to be shown so much more powerfully. So there you have it. 3 reasons why God allows us to fail. And as we've seen, that even though we fail God, and we all will at some time, that doesn't mean that God's grace, His mercy, and His plan for us has been derailed because we failed. Even though we will fail God at times, He includes our failure in His ultimate plan, and His mercy and His grace still covers us in spite of our failures. If you want to learn more about the Christian walk and how to navigate the Christian experience, check out my website, gobeyondthebenediction.com. I have a bunch of podcast episodes on it to help you to live a life of faith that God expects us to live. As always, thank you for watching, and anything you want to do for God can be done without God.